Well, howdy, howdy. This is Cubbypotamus, and today is a good day because we are looking at new pottery. Now, one of the beautiful things about having a small channel is that you can pretty much just kind of do what you want. You know, because it's not really that critical to keep growing your fan base, you know, and I guess that's kind of what I've always done. But with that in mind and enjoying that freedom, I'm going to talk today about what I find attractive. Which I guess some of the things I find attractive are pretty normal and some not quite so much. And the ones that are not quite so much are the most interesting ones. So, yeah, there's that. You know, I've said before that, everyone seems to think that funny and confident are attractive. And that's never really been that intuitive to me, right? No, I think kind of the opposite is such. You know, I like the things that make people just different, you know, strange. Things that are just quirky, or, you know, maybe more than quirky, I guess, is just genuine. You know, I talk about normal people a lot, you know, and that everyone's like, well, no one's really normal. Well, it depends on how you define it, right? If you break it down to norms, you know, it's normal. It's just how much you conform to the norms or how much you do what's expected of you. And I think that doing what's expected of you really curtails and cripples your ability to come to the surface and to be genuine, right? You know, it's these expectations that keep us hidden, and I guess keep us safe. But yeah, I guess I think that quality of just genuineness and soulfulness, right? That quality where their emotions come to the surface. And when you see someone and there's just something deep going on. And they have some sort of beautiful emotion, you know, that you can read or feel, I guess, from them. That's probably the most attractive quality I like, you know, in people, I guess you'd call that soulfulness, maybe. You know, the way they emote. And I just like people who have a presence, you know. And you can be kept company just by that presence. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful quality. I think that sadness is very attractive. I think that hurting people who are hurting, I guess, is very attractive. You know, that quality of pain. I don't really see that as something to be fixed. But it does make me love people when I see people who hurt. I think that passion is very attractive. You know, people who are passionate about their lives are passionate about learning things, understanding things. You know, or or even, well, I guess some passions aren't that attractive to me. I'm a big sports fan, probably not so much my thing, But yeah, I think people who are passionate. I think having passions and hobbies is kind of a sign of a person of value a lot of times. People who have hobbies, and they're passionate and they do a lot of things in life. Generally speaking, I think I've really thought about what's important, And yeah, I think that's usually a pretty trustworthy quality, that reflectiveness and just thinking about things. Yeah, I think that a full mind is a very attractive quality, right? I think that insecurity is attractive to a point, or in a way. Maybe not so much in dealing with it, someone being insecure about you, but, maybe that lack of confidence in other areas in their life, I love people who underestimate themselves, I guess I just see that as something that inspires love in me, that nurturer, right? Yeah. I think people being just lovable is attractive, right? Not only in that, you find them lovable, but they are lovable in that you can love on them, right? Without them reading too much into it. That drives me crazy. People thinking that you're just too interested in them or obsessed or something or attracted to them when you're not. Happens to me quite frequently. I tend to, I guess, communicate things to people that I'm not intending to or don't feel a lot of times. It's kind of an intensity thing. So I like people who, I think it's very attractive when people just don't read too much into things or don't get offended, people who don't assume a lot. Being unassuming, I find, is a very attractive quality. I believe that being strong is attractive. And smart, I like feisty women. Very attractive. Strong women. Smart women. Comes from being raised by my mother. I don't dig on submissiveness or whatever, I don't want anyone to submit to me. I want someone who will stand up to me, and I don't care to fight, but if you got an opinion, spit it out, you know, I think, it's hard to love on people and to be loved, when you never let the real you come to the surface, right? And I think that being genuine goes hand in hand with being lovable, because you have to be genuine to allow people to love on the real you, right? Have to let that show. And that being, genuine is also being lovable, and have to have integrity for intimacy, right? So, yeah, I think just that genuineness is a very attractive thing, and with that genuineness, disagreeing and seeing things differently. I think that, someone having their own opinions about things is very attractive. I love people who criticize, people on their own side, or their own positions, I want someone who can see the flaws in their family, right? And who isn't biased, right? Doesn't read, what they do and we do differently, and is critical of their own opinions, and doesn't hold on to things, opinions too tightly, and is willing to change their mind with better evidence. I think that someone who has gone through a lot of hurt, that's very attractive. I think that pain makes you beautiful. And at the same time, I want someone who hasn't been made bitter by pain, but stronger. Right? And I want someone who has gone through a lot of pain, but doesn't think that there's something special about it or whatever, that there's some unique thing, or that, they have life that's worse than everyone else, especially someone not in first world America, my goodness, ridiculous. But, yeah. I think simplicity, someone who values simplicity, that's attractive. Just going outside and loves nature. Someone with a clear sense of what is valuable in life, right? And a clear sense of priorities that just value, just altruistic or whatever, right? Good. I think good people are attractive, generous, kind, loving, patient too, in a ways, I guess. It's not my favorite virtue. I think goodness is essential. I think generosity. I think someone who sees people around them, right, and really sees their condition and really thinks about them. That sounds quite good. Just that thoughtfulness. Funny, confidence, I guess they're good qualities to have. But I know they're not on my short list, so one more. Okay. Yeah, just some new pots. This was cubbypotamus. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you around.